In 1867, Nietzsche signed up for 1 year of voluntary service with the Prussian Artillery Division in Nuremberg. He was regarded as one of the finest writers among his fellow recruits, and his officers predicted that he would soon reach the rank of captain. However, in March of 1868, while jumping into the saddle of his horse, Nietzsche struck his chest against the pommel and tore 2 muscles in his left side, leaving him exhausted and unable to walk for months. Consequently, Nietzsche turned his attention to his studies, completing them in 1868 and meeting Richard Wagner for the first time later that year. In part because of Reichel's support, Nietzsche received a remarkable offer in 1869 to become professor of classical philology at the University of Basel in Switzerland. He was only 24 years old and had neither completed his doctorate nor received a teaching certificate. He was awarded an honorary doctorate by the University of Leipzig, again with Reichel's support. Despite the fact that the offer came at a time when he was considering giving up philology for science, he accepted. To this day, Nietzsche is still among the youngest of the tenured classics professors on record. Nietzsche's 1870 projected doctoral thesis, Contribution toward the Study and the Critique of the Sources of Diogenes Laertius, examined the origins of the ideals of Diogenes Laertius. Though never submitted, it was later published as a congratulatory publication at the University of Basel. Before moving to Basel, Nietzsche renounced his Prussian citizenship. For the rest of his life, he remained officially stateless. Nevertheless, Nietzsche served in the Prussian forces during the Franco-Prussian War from 1870 to 1871 as a medical orderly. In his short time in the military, he experienced much and witnessed the traumatic effects of battle. He also contracted diphtheria and dysentery. Walter Kaufmann speculates that he may also have contracted syphilis at a brothel during along with his other infections at the time. On returning to Basel in 1870, Nietzsche observed the establishment of the German Empire and Otto von Bismarck's subsequent policies as an outsider, with a degree of skepticism regarding their genuineness. His inaugural lecture at the university was Homer and Classic Philology. Nietzsche also met Franz Overbeck, a professor of theology who remained his friend throughout his life. Africa Spira, a little-known Russian philosopher responsible for the 1873 Thought and Reality, and Nietzsche's colleague, the famed historian Jacob Burckhardt, whose lecture Nietzsche frequently attended, began to exercise significant influence on him during this time. This concludes the 4th installment of my own personal account, a groundwork, if I may, for the works of a matriarchal male of the Nietzschean scale, namely the one, but not only, Mommy's special Übermensch.